at the haunted house, the ghost is on the ride with you, and some of them sing.
Well, they sound very talented. Comb your hair. I don't want you late for school.
They also got a pirate ride.
Theo, you don't have to keep reminding me about Disney World. I remember promising that to you, and I'll stand by it.
But when?
Well, making plans to travel so far takes time.
How much?
Another week or so. Why don't you go grab your lunch out of the fridge?
There's a space roller coaster, too. Tommy said I'm not big enough for it, but you and Connie can go.
Listen, Theo, I know Connie goes to a lot of places with us, but she won't be coming to Florida.
Why not?
Because she's got to work. I can do it because I'm taking some special time off.
I want Connie to come.
Well, she can't. She's busy. You know, it'll just be you and me.
She came to the zoo.
Yeah, but that was 3 hours. This is 4 days. It's different.
If she doesn't come, I won't go.
Then we won't go.
Fine.
Fine. Theo, come on.
Let's just go to school.
DOA's a David Bullhack, who's 2 blocks down on 4th Street, in the chest.
Who called it in?
Witness on the 2nd floor heard shots at 5 a.m., looked out his window and saw a cab taking off. Witness got the license number. Rita's running it.
Gypsy cab.
Yeah.
Because there's no way you're going to get a yellow cab with a black passenger at 5 in the morning. Theo says hi.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's lobbying to go to Disney World. Kid's relentless.
Are you taking him?
Yeah, I guess. Anyways.
Wallet and cash still on him.
Cab comes back to Orion Light. Light? How do I know that name? It's that gypsy cab guy who was the witness on that park shooting, had the beef with the department for the DUI, total creep. Oh, yeah. Him?
You build a rapport?
Well, as much as we could with the 40-year-old guy who still lives with his mom.
All right, we'll take it.
Yeah, we'll canvas.
I don't know. You guys do me a favor, cover him back up?
Hey, Clark. Ortiz, her husband who just died? I heard that he was actually her ex-husband. Am I right on that?
They were getting divorced.
Were they close?
I mean, I guess. Why?
If she was looking to rebound, I wouldn't mind helping her out with that, right? But maybe you can give me a heads up on that as far as that's concerned, unless one of you guys is already hitting that.
You're gonna slide your wedding ring off before you ask what her sign is?
Well, what are you, the department chaplain now?
Does she need you hitting on her right now? Probably not.
Hey, I'm just asking you a story. You don't gotta be an asshole about it.
She buried her ex a week ago. Go nuts. Have a seat, Mr. Light.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stand here with my finger up my butt.
Any idea why we'd bring you in today?
How about we just get to it instead of playing guessing games?
Where you been this morning?
Working.
Driving your cab?
Correct.
You drive by St. Mark's in the Bowery?
Yes.
When were you there?
5:03 a.m.
What were you doing there?
Dropping off a fare.
What did he look like?
He was a rabbi. Who do you think I was dropping off at St. Mark's in the Bowery at 5 in the morning?
What did he look like?
He was a black man.
You two have a disagreement?
We did.
Over?
Him wanting my money and me preferring to hold on to it.
You pull a gun?
I did.
You shoot it?
Absolutely.
Because he was robbing you, you're saying?
That's right.
Did he have a weapon?
A gun.
We didn't find one at the crime scene.
See, this is why I didn't come forward. I have only been screwed in my dealings with the NYPD, and here I am getting railroaded again.
Meaning what?
Meaning someone in your department who's still trying to get back at me for proving it was police error when I was charged with my DUI 10 years ago somehow makes that guy's gun disappear to make me look like I killed him for no reason so I get framed for murder.
No offense, Light, but you're really not worth the trouble.
That man had a gun in my face demanding my money. It was him or me, and I defended myself, which I have a right to do.
Where's your gun now?
My nightstand.
All right, start from where you picked up this fare and run the whole thing through.
Why bother? This police department's just gonna bend me over again.
All right, shut your mouth about everything else except what happened this morning.
Homicide outside the Cat and Fiddle Bar.
Hester?
Yeah. McDowell and Ortiz still on campus?
Yeah, you want them to help out on this?
If they're done. What'd you get from Light?
Cop to it. Claiming self-defense. Junior's getting a statement.
But no gun on the DOA?
In that neighborhood, there's a good chance it got glommed.
Where's Life's gun?
His apartment. We'll swing by, pick it up, drop it at ballistics.
Life stays till Haywood weighs in.
So, how's it going, John?
Fine, Detective.
Any progress with your dad?
No improvement. He's still very ill.
But did you see him?
I did.
You talked?
He's very sick and justifiably depressed.
So no progress.
At least I got to see him.
Tony Rodriguez in.
Oh, you can go on in.
Hey!
Tony, ¿qué pasa, mi brother?
Ed, must be 5 years. How you been keeping?
Yeah, good, you know. Retired several years back. Started up a dry cleaners with my wife.
Entrepreneur.
Hey, there you go.
So, you in the neighborhood?
Nah, I live out on the island, Tony. You go over the work off the lake tour yet?
What am I looking for?
My son Peter was in a bar fight, got blown way out of proportion.
What's the story?
This guy was loaded, you know, he's mouthing off, he's putting his hands on women. So Petey tells him to cool it. The guy swings, nicks Petey's chin. Petey swung back connected once. Just to cool the guy off. Then he split. Next thing he knows, there's uniformed cops knocking at his door.
Did he get locked up?
He didn't answer the door, man. He was terrified. What's the complainant say?
It was Peter who was drunk and unprovoked attacked him with a pool cue. A little disparity there.
Tony, Petey's like me. All right? He's got a little bit of a temper, but he's not a bad kid. Now, if he throws down, it's never out of the blue and not with a pool cue.
Let me look into it.
Personally, or are you gonna sign it out?
I'll take a look at it first.
You looking to make it go away?
I'll talk to the complainant. Maybe sober, he's a different guy.
I can't tell you how much I appreciate it, Tony. I can't tell you how much Petey appreciates it.
What's this?
That's a grant for you or your guys, you know, whoever handles it. My thanks ahead of time.
I know what you're thinking, Dan, but you know that's not how I work.
But this is between friends.
And as a friend, I said I'd look into it.
I didn't mean no disrespect.
Forget it. I'll be in touch.
Thanks, Tony.
DOA's a Timothy Rickman. Radio car pulled around the corner and saw this guy leaning over him. They thought he was lifting the DOA's wallet, but he says Rickman got punched in the face by a stranger and whacked his head. He was trying to revive him.
Who is he?
Joe Brady says him and the DOA are sort of friends. We haven't talked to him past that.
All right, we'll take him.
DOA cell phone. We'll start a canvas.
Detectives Medavoy and Jones. How you doing, Joe?
I'm flipping out. I mean, look at him. It looks like he could just get up and walk away.
What happened?
I came for a drink, but this place isn't open for some reason. And then Tim shows, and we figure we'll find another place. And then this giant black dude, he walks up and just nails Tim in the face.
Nothing?
The guy was trying to go in the bar, so Tim tells him it's closed. The guy tried the door anyway, and then Tim says, "Can't you hear, you stupid ape?" And the guy drilled him and took off.
You do anything about it?
The guy was massive. I mean, no way.
Anyone else see it?
It was pretty empty here earlier.
You ever seen a big guy before?
Never.
Tim seemed to know him.
It happened too quick.
Well, how do you know Tim?
I seen him in some bars, but just to say hello. The guy's a fruit, but I just say hello.
So this a gay joint?
No, that's not me. I'm just saying about him because maybe it'd be helpful. I don't know. I'm freaking out here a little. I never seen anyone killed before.
Sure, we understand.
Can I split? I really need to go home now.
We're gonna need you to come down to Station House while we look into this a little more, Joe.
I told you what happened.
Yeah, but when we get this big guy, I'm gonna need you to identify him while it's still fresh in your mind.
Yeah? I guess. I mean, you sure he's dead? He looks perfectly fine to me.
Come on, Joe.
No eyewitnesses. Just the guy who saw the cab drive off a couple of seconds after the shots were fired.
This witness see anybody take the gun off the DOA?
No. But he went back into the building to dial 911, so it could have got swiped in the interim.
Wouldn't be the first time a gun got swiped at a shooting scene.
But whoever may have stolen the gun off the DOA didn't steal his wallet.
It's a lot easier to grab a gun off the pavement than go through somebody's pockets.
Cab driver got a sheet?
EWI 10 years ago, which will be happy to spend 5 hours describing how his police department error. Nothing violent, though.
He might be good for it. We're just saying we don't have enough to hold him.
DOA wasn't shot in the back, so it wasn't like he was running away and life was out of danger.
Yeah, why didn't the cabbie come forward, though? Why did we have to track him down?
His gun's not licensed. He panicked.
You getting the drift yet that we don't want to lock this guy up?
Are you getting the drift yet that I'm going to have to respond to my bosses why we haven't made a summary arrest in this case?
This cabbie stepped up and did the right thing on a case we had a while ago involving a 3-year-old girl who was killed.
It's your call.
We kick him. Is he going anywhere?
We don't see that happening.
All right, let's kick him for now and keep investigating.
All right, we'll head back out and recanvass the crime scene.
Rita. Ed Laughlin.
Sure.
We never officially met.
How's it going?
Hey, I just wanted to say how sorry I am about what happened.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
I recently lost an uncle who I was really close with, so, I mean, I know it's not the same thing, but...
Well, I appreciate the thought.
So, if you ever need someone to talk to who's been there, I'm around.
Thanks.
This vulture over here trying to move in on Ortiz.
What, I can't express my condolences?
Whatever you're doing, Laughlin, it's working. Seriously, I mean, she didn't make you for a douchebag at all.
What? If you got a little puppy love crush on her, just say so, Clark. What?
Why don't you go give out some parking summons, Laughlin, all right? Something you can handle.
Did you find the guy that hit Tim? I'm kind of ready to hit the road.
We're working on it. In the meantime, it'd be a big help if you could clarify what your relationship was with Tim.
Why?
We've been calling the numbers from Tim's cell phone, talking to his friends, and they say you've been hanging out together.
Like I said, I'd see him in bars. He'd be drinking at that end. I'm down here. We'd say hello.
His friends say you've been together all the time for a week. Why lie about it?
I didn't want you thinking I'm a hustler. That's not me.
And we don't care about that, Joe. We just want the truth.
He was buying drinks, dinner, stuff, but I never touched him. Never. I would never, ever do that.
Then what was he paying for?
I used to be a fighter. Diamond Joe Brady. He heard of me, so he liked having me around.
Or hear the old war stories?
I got a few. I sparred Ray Leonard.
Sugar Ray.
What are you doing for a living now, Joe?
Between gigs.
Yeah, what about Tim?
He used to be some big ballet dancer.
Did you two ever argue about him having money and you being broke?
He just bought me some drinks.
Well, that never grated on you, relying on some little fruit?
What are you trying to get me to say?
Did you kill him, Joe?
Me? No. No, I told you what happened.
You told us a lot of things, but most of them turned out to be lies.
We want to help you, but we can't until you're honest.
This giant black guy punched him and killed him, and wasting time with me is only letting that giant get further away. Now, that's the truth, so help me.
Hope so. Inside.
I didn't do anything.
Mr. Riley, Lieutenant Tony Rodriguez, I need to ask some questions about the incident last night at Duffy's Tavern.
Yeah, okay, come
in. Just visiting town?
Yeah, business meeting. I'm supposed to leave tomorrow. Is that gonna hurt my case?
Shouldn't. Regarding your case, I need you to clear up some discrepancies between what you say happened and Mr. Vega's side of it.
Discrepancies. The guy was wasted. And he bumped into me, and I told him to say excuse me. And then he went after me with a pool cue.
Where did he hit you?
In the gut, mostly.
Well, how many times did he strike you?
I don't remember.
Did you get looked at by a doctor?
No, I felt all right after a while.
So you weren't hurt too badly?
Should I have seen a doctor? I mean, is this pointless without that?
No, I'm only asking because what you're alleging is a felony assault. If Mr. Vega's convicted, he's looking at jail time.
What, so I shouldn't do it?
Do you think jail time is warranted?
Are you asking me to drop the case?
I'm asking you to weigh the crime versus a potential punishment. Being completely honest, Mr. Riley, I know this kid's father, and they're a decent family.
Oh, okay.
And if this is a case more about a bruised ego than real physical pain, I'd appreciate you taking that into consideration.
Well, I'll tell you, a little financial consideration might make this go away.
That's not on the table.
Well, if you're friends with the guy, maybe you could see that it gets on the table. You can make it worth your while, too.
Mr. Riley, my detectives will be in touch.
Hey.
Hey, what's up with Lipe?
He's saying it's self-defense. We're looking into it. Boy, this whole Disney World thing, what a headache.
You don't want to go?
It's just every other damn thing.
You'll have fun.
What a headache.
Andy, is there something you want to tell me about Disney World and or Theo?
No. It's just Theo wants you to go, so...
Do you want me to go?
To Disney World? I haven't even thought about it. What are you getting at? You want to go?
If I was asked.
Well, we definitely have separate rooms. I don't want you to think... I mean, it's not like we'd be going away together.
I'd love to go. When?
We're still working that out. I'll let you know.
Sounds great.
Hey, Connie, we finally got a hold of the owner of the Cat and Fiddle. Turns out he actually does have a regular who's a 300-pound black guy.
Owner said the guy's name's Chester Dodd. We're going to grab him up.
Keep the box from the pokey?
Yeah, till we talk to this guy.
How long ago was it? Any witnesses?
Where's the lieutenant?
Lost time. He didn't say.
Uh-huh. Now, you're 100% on all this. Okay. Thanks.
What's going on?
Ballistics ran the gun Ryan Lipe used this morning. Comes back, there's 2 other bodies on it.
From when?
Both in the last month.
Who are the DOAs?
Black males, one at 2 a.m., the other at 4 a.m., both in Harlem, both mysteries.
Were they armed?
First one was, not the second.
You kicked Lipe already, right?
Yeah, that twitchy little troll.
Well, I'll send for the folders on these 2 homicides while you guys grab them up.
Right.
Hey,
Hi.
you have time for a coffee?
I don't. I'm swamped. Let me call you later.
That's what you said yesterday.
I'm really busy, Delia. I'm sorry.
Dad wanted me to tell you he'd like to see you again, this time to talk.
He said plenty last week.
I got the feeling he regretted what happened.
I can't do this now. There's too much going on. I'll call you later.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
I am too.
Sit down.
Let me guess. The gun was never found, so I'm getting charged with a murder I didn't commit. Close?
This is the first time you use your gun to work out a problem with a fare?
Yes. And where's this going?
Your gun was used in 2 other shootings, Lipe.
Oh, this is... I can't believe it. But actually, I do believe it.
2 shootings with your gun last 2 months.
Were they trying to rob you like the guy this morning?
This is beyond my wildest imaginings that the NYPD would stoop to putting 3 murders on me. May you all go to hell.
Quit tap dancing and tell us what happened, Lipe.
I know nothing about other shootings, and you will stop calling me Lipe. Like we're buddies on the same softball team, and you're trying to snap my ass with your towel in the showers or something. You want to frame me? Frame me. But you will not take my dignity.
You keep dicking around with us, your dignity is the first of about 10 things I'll knock out of you.
Lipe! I bought the gun off a fare.
A fare?
Yes, a white guy. Complete stranger. Yet he took the time to talk to me and express concern and interest and compassion instead of all the self-absorbed high and mighties who treat me like a robot.
When was this?
2 days ago. And when the conversation turned to how I had been robbed and beaten recently, he offered a solution in the form of a handgun, which I bought, and I'm thankful I did.
It's been a pretty good yarn there, Lipe.
It's the truth. Remember the truth, or you've been on the NYPD too long.
So you go ahead and finish your tale about this mystery man.
A mystery man who cared, who turned out to be my savior.
Where'd you drop this guy off?
I'll tell you, but I want it on record that it doesn't sit well giving this man up.
Noted. Where'd you drop him off?
at 312 East 84th Street. I assume he lived in the building. He had a Boston accent. May I go now?
Not going anywhere until we verify your story. Describe this guy.
So, Tony, I'm assuming you got good news.
Where'd you get the idea to throw money my way?
Well, I'll make it a few bucks, man. I just want to be thankful.
Because you're complaining in your son's case is looking for a payout and offered to cut me in.
And?
And what, Daniel?
And I'm fine with it if you are. What are you doing? I'm sorry, Tony.
Son of a...
Man, you think I would have done it if I had a choice?
Who put you up to this? You're gonna tell me now?
Tony, I'm working something off, man. I can't go to jail.
Son of a bitch!
But I knew they couldn't nail you, man. I knew you wouldn't take money.
You think that's gonna matter, Daniel?
Sorry, Tony.
Back away, Lieutenant. Let's go, Vega.
I'm sorry, Tony.
What's going on?
You're under suspension. Shield and gun.
It's okay.
Your delegate will be here in a minute. Can't say that I'm not a little disappointed, Tony.
I would have thought the opposite, Captain.
Why do you say that?
If someone didn't know better, they might think this was a no-win setup.
Haven't you ever heard of an integrity test?
This played out more like a personal vendetta.
Oh, so you failed to report a bribe and it's my fault.
I've known Daniel Vega 15 years. He was my friend. He came to me to help his son.
Lieutenant, did Daniel Vega try to bribe you? And did you fail to report it?
I did 14 years undercover, Captain. I've worked money laundering cases involving tens of millions of dollars, drug cases where I personally handled trash bags full of cash, and never once was my integrity called into question.
Lieutenant, did you or did you not fail to report the bribe attempt?
Is this what you waste your time on? You actually call this corruption?
I do. The department does, the patrol guy does. So I'll ask you again.
You have the tape. You know the answer.
In my report, I'll just put down that you failed to respond.
Can we get this done with? We got 2 homicides this morning. I need to get back.
You got nothing to get back to, Lieutenant. You've been relieved of your command.
Ready to go, Captain.
So what's up? This is cutting into my sleep time.
You night owl?
Bounce at the limelight.
Where were you around 9 this morning?
Home.
You happened by Hester Street on your way home? Maybe passed by the Cat and Fiddle bar?
Why?
Why do you think, Chester?
Oh, you gotta be kidding.
Hey, tell us what happened.
That little bitch called me an ape, which is stone racist, and I wouldn't take it. What would you do?
It depends on my mood.
Yeah, well, I worked all night. I got in 2 fights with a couple of goombas, and I wasn't in the mood to be called an ape. A stupid ape.
So what'd you do?
I gave him a smack. A little smack, just to shut him up. There was no assault.
How hard did he hit the ground?
He didn't hit the ground.
And so what happened next?
I walked away. I went home. End of a bad night.
You notice anyone else around when you hit him, Chester?
His boyfriend was there.
Yeah, well, that boyfriend says that you hit him harder than a little smack.
It's a lie.
Yeah, well, we're inclined to believe him, seeing how the guy you hit's in the morgue right now.
Like he's dead?
The key to this, Chester, is to present yourself in a sympathetic state of mind.
To who?
A judge.
A judge?
There were guys in your face all night. This one was more than you could take, and you snapped.
It was an open hand, like a shove.
It won't matter how sympathetic your story is if you keep lying.
When I walked away from that bitch, he was alive. Screaming at his boyfriend. I could hear it a block away.
What was he screaming about?
I don't know. Bitch talk. All I know is I didn't kill him. Are we done?
Oh, no. Not quite. We're sticking around.
And we got no idea who that guy was the boss was talking to.
The lieutenant knew him and waved him in, so we didn't give his name.
You know what? From now on, when people come in this place, get their names. Have them sign in or something. People waltzing in and out of here like a hotel lobby.
That was a woman who lives across from the Cat and Fiddle. She found our card under her door. Says she has information.
Let's tell Greg and Baldwin what we got, then head out.
The building where Leip says he dropped off that guy who sold him the gun, the owner's faxing over a tenants list.
No word on the boss?
Nope.
You still don't know who the guy was he was talking to?
No one knows anything.
Okay. Well, one of those homicides tied to Leip's gun, the one from 2 weeks ago, there's a witness at her work up in Harlem. She typed up a statement that wasn't in the folder we got from the catching detective.
All right, go ahead and take it. I gotta find out what the hell is going on here.
All right.
Oh, a Cat and Fiddle is right there. And this is my seat, so I got a pretty good view.
Tell us what you saw this morning.
Well, these two fellas are standing at the fiddle door, which is usually open. Today, I guess not. And this third guy, a large black man, he comes up on them. They talk a little, and then the black guy, he cracks one of the other guys in the face.
Did the guy just take it? Did he strike back? Did he fall down?
Oh, he just stood there stunned. Oh, can you pass that, kid?
Hold off a second, Mrs. Sewell. Tell us what happened next.
The black fellow walked away, and the one that got hit started screaming at his friend.
Screaming about what?
I couldn't hear. One just screamed until his friend hit him in the face and dropped him.
And you were here all morning?
Yeah. I don't go out. I got a bad hip. Can I have it, please?
We can't have you drinking now, Mrs. Sewell. We need you to come to the station house and give a statement telling what you saw.
No, I don't leave the house.
You're gonna have to, ma'am. This is a murder case.
Well, forget it then. Forget I said anything.
We can't do that.
You take me out of here, I'll start screaming. I haven't been outside in 4 years. I'm not going. Can I have it, please?
We'll let ourselves out.
Honey, I wrote everything down.
It's very thorough.
As soon as I got to work the next day.
Did a great job.
So they still haven't found who shot that man?
It's an ongoing investigation.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Can I ask you a question? About how much does a cop start off making, roughly?
28,000.
Because I was thinking about maybe taking the test. Because they have good health benefits, too, right? Because I don't get health benefits here.
No.
The, what do you call it, academy. Is that like boot camp or something? I mean, is there a lot of physical
You saw a gypsy cab driving off after you heard the shots?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember because you don't see a lot of white people up on 145th Street at 2 a.m.
Can I take this with me?
Sure.
Okay. Is that you on the beach?
Oh, yeah, me and my sister in Jamaica.
Did you get the trip comp through your work here?
Yeah.
Stay a travel agent. Trust me. Thanks for the help.
What's going on, Luke?
IAB's brought a beef against me.
Who's behind it? The new guy, that Fraker?
That's not important. What's important is there's no merit to it.
And what are they saying?
I can't go into details. I just want you to trust that I didn't do anything wrong.
You working it out at your desk?
I've been reassigned to the borough. I'm sure they'll be sending a replacement. They didn't say when.
But, just temporary.
I was told to clear out. That's all I can say for now.
What was this story, that friend of yours that came in today?
It's a meritless beef. It doesn't matter.
Why you?
I don't know, Andy. Just work your case.
So either this Fraker is a lunatic or he's got something personal against you.
For what? I never met Fraker before 2 weeks ago.
Well, it's got to be something.
Andy, I need you to keep your head. If I'm going, you're gonna have to hold down the office.
You don't start digging your grave, all right? If it's meritless, it'll go away.
If IAB wants my hide, they'll get it. Work your case, Andy. I'll be checking.
It's gonna be all right.
Yeah.
So, we hit a snag, Joe. We talked to the big black guy that you said killed Tim. He says he only gave him a little slap.
What do you expect? There's a witness who supports it. A woman who sits by her window all day saw what happened in front of the bar.
She's lying.
Joe, have you been having some hard luck recently?
You looking at me again now?
Has your hard luck forced you into doing things you never would have considered doing in better times?
I don't know what you're talking about.
After the black guy hit Tim and walked away, what was Tim yelling at you about?
Tim was on the ground.
Was he angry because you didn't hit the guy back?
He was dying on the ground.
What'd he call you? He got you mad enough to kill him. He called you a fag?
Even if he did, well, why would something like that bother me?
Because you're ashamed you've been doing him to keep yourself fed.
I never touched him.
But you let him touch you. Is that right? You were doing what you had to do to survive. And he insulted you, so you hit him. Explain it that way, and it's most likely manslaughter. Or we'll go with what the witness saw and what the cops saw when they drove up. That you were going through Tim's pockets looking to steal his wallet.
I was trying to help him.
You gotta explain that, or you killed him for his wallet and it's murder.
What happened outside the bar?
The black guy slapped him, and I didn't do anything about it. You saw him, the guy's huge.
Well, what did Tim call you?
Faggot, queen. Said he bet that I never was a boxer. That I was a bigger fairy than he ever was.
So you hit him?
Just once. But his head hit the sidewalk like a coconut. I swear, I promise, I wasn't stealing his wallet. I was trying to help him.
I don't know anything about computers. I mean, nothing. Hey, clock. Smoke is coming up in a month.
Great.
Kind of hoping someone from the detective squad would finally lace him up. I'm starting to think you guys are all soft up there.
Is that what you spend your time hoping for, Laughlin?
You're probably worried about getting your cute little nose broke.
Look, all I was trying to get across to you was Ortiz's been through a lot lately, and she don't need anybody bringing more static into her life. If you don't want to take my word for it, go ahead, give it a shot and find out for yourself, okay?
How is she? Caliente? Come on, don't lie to me, because I really need to know. Give it up.
I'm gonna kick your ass.
Someone's in for a big, big surprise. Thank you. You made my week.
And the next summer, guess who's there? Johnny Football Hero, and he proceeded to torture me again. Camp Tomahawk, what a joke.
He's all yours.
How long you been driving a gypsy cab?
3 years, why?
You drove a yellow before?
Yes.
Why'd you switch to a gypsy cab? You get your license revoked?
I told the limousine commission to shove it.
Why?
They told us we had to pick up thugs. They even went so far as to have cops, decoys, dressed like bushwhackers, trying to call a cab. I got 2 summons in a row for failure to take a fare, and that's when I said enough. Went to work for a car service.
You're a car, you pick up who you want.
Shouldn't you be looking for that man from Boston who sold me that gun?
You were robbed a month and a half ago up in Harlem. Is that the first time you've been robbed?
Yes.
How'd you go all that time before without getting robbed?
By being careful.
Not driving above Central Park.
That's one way, yes.
Not picking up certain types of people.
Is this news to you?
So then, how does a cabbie who knows better end up getting robbed in Harlem?
Maybe that cabbie, when he stopped at 61st and Park to let off a fare, and a black kid jumps in at the same time, wanting to go up to Harlem, and the cabbie tells him he's off duty. That black kid pulls a gun and puts it to the cabbie's head. Maybe that's what would get him up to 134th Street.
Maybe that cabbie gets a gun.
Maybe.
Maybe the next time he gets robbed, he defends himself. Which feels pretty good. Next time after that, maybe the guy doesn't even have a gun. But maybe the cabbie's not gonna take any chances.
Maybe.
First guy had a gun. That's one thing. But why would a cabbie kill 2 more black kids who weren't armed?
People have paths, and they cross constantly. Most crossings are benign and meaningless. But sometimes 2 paths can conflict. Take, for example, a cab driver who has been insulted, cheated, disregarded, ignored, now robbed and beaten. So that cab driver's forced to carry a gun. Now coming from over here is a black kid who doesn't want to pay the cabbie for a ride, essentially robbing the cabbie. So what we have are 2 paths, crossing and conflicting. Do you understand?
So the cabbie's justified killing somebody who doesn't pay.
My sense is that it would be out of the cabbie's hands at this point.
We have a witness who saw you on 145th Street 2 weeks ago when you shot that man in the chest. Now, I know you don't trust the NYPD and you don't like cooperating with us, but I'm gonna tell you, Mr. Leip, you're gonna get charged with these 3 shootings.
It's all out of my hands now.
No, it isn't. No. You tell us what happened. You help yourself by coming clean, and we can work out a deal. Once you go into the system, then it's out of your hands. Right now, you still control your fate.
What's at issue here is how much can one person withstand? That's what needs to be addressed.
Let's talk about it then.
Good night.
Did Leib go?
Yeah,
For all 3 homicides?
yeah.
Because he was being robbed?
First one was half a shot. It was justified. The next 2.
This guy's coming apart at the seams.
Any word from Rodriguez?
Nothing.
We know he wasn't locked up, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, or they're toying with him like a mouse till they're ready to move in.
Hey, should we be making calls, see what we can find out?
A bunch of calls could aggravate it.
So we sit here stewing.
No, we go home, and if Rodriguez calls any of us with a course of action, we pass along to the others.
Yeah, I guess. I'm gonna stay and work on some of the 5s tonight.
Anything comes up, I'll call you.
Hey. I hear you're fighting Laughlin in the smoker.
Word's out, huh?
Is it about him being an idiot to me?
I guess it started there, yeah.
Well, it's nice of you, but I've handled jerks like him before.
Laughlin's got an attitude that needs some readjustment.
You ever fought?
Sure. It's been a while. They got headgear and mouth guards, referees. It's no big deal.
Someone standing up for me. That's a big deal.
You deserve to be stood up for.
Thanks. Yeah, I better get going.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, John. Daddy, John's here. I'll be outside.
You wanted to see me?
I want to call a truce. Can we do that?
Only if you can accept me for who I am.
I'm tired, John. I don't want to go through all of that again.
Then why did you ask me to come?
It shouldn't be too much to expect. My only son to show up and comfort me on my deathbed.
You said I'd shame the family. You disowned me. Am I just supposed to forget all that?
Maybe not forget it, but forgive it.
It's not that simple.
I'm dying, John. I'm scared. It doesn't get much simpler than that.
I was scared too. And when I came to you for comfort and understanding, you abandoned me. You can't just wave a magic wand and make that go away. Being gay wasn't a choice. Why would I choose a life that cost me my father's love?
I do love you, Johnny. I've always loved you. You're my son.
I love you too.
Can we leave it at that?
Okay.
I only got a minute. What's going on with Rodriguez and Fraker?
I'm supposed to just spew out confidential information?
If you're not, why'd you show up?
I'd be happy to leave.
So now you're on the same level with Fraker, an asshole who got no problem hanging out a decent guy for nothing, which I know you're not.
The way I heard it, Rodriguez didn't report a bribe attempt.
Attempt, meaning he didn't take it.
It's still a jackpot.
No, it's a load of crap. Who was the guy that set him up, the friend?
Daniel Vega, retired off the job. Last year he got nailed using his old badge to shake down dope dealers for cash. He offered himself up.
So how'd Fraker make the connection between Vega and Rodriguez?
He's been looking into Rodriguez. I guess they have a history.
Well, that's fairly clear, Martins, but what's the history?
The way I heard it, Rodriguez is the reason that Fraker's in internal affairs.
Meaning what?
When Rodriguez was in undercover narcotics, Fraker was in uniform, apparently riding shotgun for some guy he didn't know was a dope dealer. Your boy ratted him out.
Rodriguez gave him up by name?
I don't know.
No, you don't just say a guy's a rat and let it sit there like a turd.
I told you what I know.
If it's true, Rodriguez should have a rep for it.
Maybe, maybe not.
So now Fraker's after him.
The way he sees it, Rodriguez dropped the dime, put him into internal affairs where he never wanted to be. And even though Fraker's made captain, he's still a bitter prick. Because he knows with the stink on him, he'll never be able to leave IAB.
Rodriguez gave up cops. You're sure?
Good advice is start swimming so Rodriguez doesn't pull you down with him. I gotta go.